That's why we're all here today. That's why I appreciate every single one of you joining this meeting today. It is this new world reality. How are you ready to go back to work? How are you planning for a safe return? We're, the word now, the norm is touchless, contactless. We want to use, we want to make sure that employees are coming, the residents, everyone going to a facility with no, fever or maybe with their masks on. And that's why ISS was very quickly to reply and to respond to the new world requirements. We have a comprehensive COVID screening solution components that because we have video analytics, because we are a VMS first and foremost, we are able to quickly reply and to quickly create our face recognition. We already had robust, very accurate solution already developed, and it's being sold off the shelf. But now, ISS, we have a face mask detection analytics. And we have, by doing the access control, remember my first slides, now we are ahead of the competitors because we have a comprehensive number of access controls partners that we do have integration with. Now you just put the face recognition on it and you just have a contactless access control. That's, not spreading the virus any longer. Now we have a face recognition. We tied into a turnstile. I will show you in my next slide. And you have a complete back to work safety requirement then. And then my last one, with the help with the camera manufacturers, with the help with the cameras they're already developing or already have the thermal skin temperature monitoring. What ISS is doing, we're getting this reading and we're putting into our interface, which I am about to show you. So face recognition solution, it's done. Guys, this is not, ISS didn't create this yesterday. We've been doing this for years, for decades. So the solution is robust, it's ready, it's an off-the-shelf analytics you can use today with any camera. Okay, so any camera, there's no need to use a specialty camera. Any IP camera will do the job. We have multiple database. There's no limit to the database. So now back to work, COVID-19 requirement. Now you can create a list for your workers, your contractors, maybe your residents, your visitors. Now you can create a comprehensive database for the face they're recognized. We can search for those faces based on the enrollment on that particular individual. Remember how important it is now to tie it into the access control. You will see on my next slide. Face recognition, it might become the new norm of today. What else will become the new norm today? The face mask detection. Guys, I was personally very impressive how quickly ISS was to respond. This is our, there you go, you see on the video, individual walk without a mask, automatically will get a notification, automatically you see an alarm. Now, remember again, when I emphasized a lot about the VMS, imagine if a new enter or so a company lands in the market right now looking for the opportunity. Oh man, I might create a face mask detection as well. Now, if you do not have a comprehensive VMS running on the background, what would you do with an alarm like this, for example? So someone walks into your facility, you get an alarm. By working with ISS now, that individual could be tied into the database of the face recognition. That individual could be tied into the access control. We have several ways of notification. You want to be notified by email, by text, by overlaying video, by audio, speaker, by HTML dialog pop-up open for the operator. Now you see how important it is to have an analytic that will work in conjunction with a very detailed and full feature VMS. What else have we developed for this new reality? Our thermal detector reading. Again, this is working with the camera manufacturers. The cameras, as you might know, as you might have seen, I've been attending webinars myself where manufacturers are reading those temperatures. Camera manufacturers, they have their own technology to do that. What ISS is doing is that on top of the face mask, we are now adding the temperature. So I'm just going to pause here. Now we have a very accurate face mask detection. And if the new norm to get into a building, to a facility, to a retail, to a mall, I mean, I'm in Toronto where there's some stores that are already requiring, if you do not have a mask, you cannot go in. So now you put the threshold of a temperature being read by a camera, and you have a complete entry requirement or complete detection for temperature and the mask. You put that in conjunction with the access control, and that's what you have it. You have your alarms for whoever is going to the facility with no mask. You have your alerts for the temperature up or over a threshold predefined by the user. And then you have the face recognition will not open the door for that unrecognized person. You put everything on a beautiful interface of SecurOS, my ISS platform of video management, and you drag and drop your readers on the map, multi-layer maps. You have your dual authentication by tied into the access control. You still have your visual inspection, so your surveillance will never going to be jeopardized. And at the end of the day, now you have a complete safety, security, and business management solution in one single interface. And that would be your topology. That would be what you would what you have today, guys. You already have cameras there. My suggestion for you today, it's not to include anything else. It's not to input biometrics. It's not to buy any more hardware. You already have your cameras at the main entrances. You might have cameras on your turnstiles, as you're going to see on my next slides. What ISS is offering you is to have a cost-effective solution to leverage your current install. By no means I want to replace your current install. I want to use your current server, your current camera. What we're going to add, we're going to add intelligence to the camera, and thus our name, business intelligence, giving intelligence to the camera. And this, we'll have the thermal image in one camera, we'll have your face mask detection on another, and now you have a complete entry requirement for the new reality. And this is what you're going to look like. This is actually, ISS was so ahead of the game in why I asked about the Christmas lights and everything. This was just in January. This is one of the largest face recognition deployments we have in Manhattan. Nowhere else but Manhattan, where you have thousands of people walking in those building towers every single day. So competing among a lot of competitors, ISS came up first on our proof of concept by being fast, by being accurate, and by being not, against spoofing. So our engine was anti-spoofing. And you see by the gentleman, you can barely, it doesn't even have to look straight at the camera. That is one of the challenges that I work in biometrics before. That is the main challenge in using biometrics, where you have to look straight at the appliance or at the device in order to get that read. With the cameras, now, still have your surveillance, you tied into your access control, and ISS came on top, and this is the largest deployment we have for NATO development and developers in New York City. So this is coming to my last slides. That's what the values. What is the new norm, guys? Zero touch. Stop the spread of the virus. But you don't want to replace everything. You don't want to spend thousands of dollars installing everything new. So let's increase the number of people throughput by using the cameras. The face is always your credential that you're never going to lose. So you don't need the fob, you don't need your cards, your credentials. So your face is always going to be with you. Use your face along with another credential, and yet you have a dual authentication. But because we have now the face mask, now we have a complete zero touch dual authentication using face mask, temperature recognition, and the face recognition. And then it brings me to my last slide. We're trying to be very brief today, okay? But I will put on my next slide my information for us to take it over. But I have to mention for you, those who do not know ISS and might think, okay, I haven't seen a lot of cases in Canada. Well, to your surprise, we have Port of Montreal. Port of Montreal, we have ISS for the whole control of the gates, for cargo recognition, for license plate recognition. We have, next time you're at the Canadian Tire, look it up. Our face recognition for shoplifting, and we have the turnstiles. We have Couche-Tard, Petro-Canada. We have the biggest nuclear plant in North America is in Ontario, and it's ISS. Around the world, have seat surveillance, World Cup management, the Pentagon, Border Patrol. Next time we're in USA going to Tijuana, those plates are managed by ISS for the license plates.